Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. I have 2% alcohol gold rums. Now this is Winn-Dixie dark rum, although when you see me pour it, you'll notice it's not very dark. Winn-Dixie was established in 1955. Maybe this was around since then as a private label. I don't know. It's certainly been around at least 40, 50 years. I've seen it my whole life. They used to be in glass bottles. Imported from the Caribbean islands. Doesn't say anything about coloring or flavoring or coloring added in. Wide world importers. Dark rum right there. It's part of the Sazerac Company. It says Frankfort, Kentucky. I'm looking right here. That's Buffalo Trace. So it's bottled at Buffalo Trace. I got to update my notes. Imported from the Caribbean islands. Yeah. Imported from the Caribbean. Which islands? We don't know. Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo. Jamaica. Is it San Martin? Antigua, Barbuda, Barbados, Grenada, Guadeloupe, Bonaire. We don't know. All right. Somewhere, Cuba would be the least likely origin. $12.99 until January 5th. Now that's a deal for this big bottle. $12.99. Just goes to show you, you never know. You just never know. It's very pale. Look how pale. That's almost straw. That's gold. That's white gold. That jewelry that's called white gold is so light. I mean, it looks nice, but it's obviously not. It's obviously not colored. Oh yeah, I can't say colored rum. A rum of color. It's obviously not a rum of color because. Hello, Bill in California. He says, "How do, Ronaru? Good morning to you." So that's so pale. Oh, so very pale. Now, here's a problem product. And I call it a problem product because I cannot find when it was introduced. I've seen it around for years. Never in my town. It might exist in my town, but I don't recall seeing it. And my town is only 28,000 people, not exactly big. Not tiny, but not big. Calypso Gold, but they're showing a female Captain Morgan, basically, which has got nothing to do with the Greek legend of Calypso. But anyway, why have the label make any sense? There's a treasure chest full of gold, which if you had that, you would probably not buy this product. There's the one of the Sazerac standard bottles with the lip at the bottom and the tapered shape. That's a standard common Sazerac bottle from any of their products. Then there's an essay on the back about the legend of Calypso, which has nothing to do with this pirate lady on the front. So they're talking about Greek mythology, but they're showing like the days of the buccaneers and explorers, like in the 1600s. So yeah, there's the story. Well, that's not a bad looking product. I think I can get this in Hammond, Louisiana. I think I can get it in Hammond, Louisiana at Albertsons. Rum is an art. It is. And I'm not an artisan of it. I wouldn't know how to make it. Beautiful twist cap, plastic twist cap. But what, and it says here, rum with natural flavor. So they're telling you here they're adding flavoring. You say, well, it's not a true rum then. Well, according to the United States government, it is, because if you read the regulations, rum can have flavoring added, natural flavor, and they don't even have to disclose that. So they're doing a service which they're not required to do. Bottled by Sazerac North America in Kentucky, and there's their 1-800 number. Yes. But where is it from? It doesn't indicate imported. Nowhere on the bottle does it say imported rum. Doesn't say uses imported rum. Nothing. So I'm thinking it's probably distilled at Glenmore Distillery in Owensboro, Kentucky. And the reason I'm saying that, is because Sazerac bought Glenmore Distilling years ago, and they demolished the old dilapidated distillery, and they built a new one just within the last, right before the scandemic started, and they opened it, and they do rum distillation there. They said for years it was just a bottling plant. Maybe they would blend some stuff there and bottle it, or maybe age it, I think. But they didn't distill anything for a long time. It was a famous old distillery. But they said, no, now that we've redone it, we're going to distill rum, starting off with rum. You say rum, Kentucky, rum, Kentucky. Hey, look, that's what they said. Nothing says rum like Kentucky, right? Now, they're both the same appearance. I mean, totally pale straw. And you may have noticed on the Calypso bottle, it did not say natural flavor and caramel color. It just said rum with natural flavors, or flavor. Was it plural or singular? Flavor. So there's a flavor, a natural flavor, singular, which is, to me, I bet you vanilla. Now, I found this bottle at Ralston's Liquor Store on Lyons Avenue, Lyons, Lyons Avenue in Houston, Texas, on the way to St. Arnold's Brewery, which is also on the same avenue. Or is it a boulevard? If it's going east to west, it's an avenue. Or north to south is a boulevard. I don't know. Maybe it's a boulevard. All right, because it's going east to west. But anyway, I said, I'm going to check this liquor store out. And I don't know if it's any good or bad, I don't, but it seemed like it was nice and neat, small corner store. Nothing. I went inside, had two ladies inside. I assumed they were the owners, or they were very friendly. The store was neat and clean, spotless, and everything was like totally organized. Lyons Avenue. Okay. I'm looking at a Google map at this very moment. And right there, north of Interstate 10, it's like the first big main north of Interstate 10. And it's not too far from downtown, honestly. And I there to the brewery, parked at the brewery, and walked around for an hour before the tour started, and went to this old 1939 bridge. Some photo was really neat, this Jansen Avenue Bridge or whatever. And my friend Paul said, "Oh yeah, now," he said, "now you see that area is a big, like a hot area for nightclubs." And he said, when I played in a local band, we used to play shows around that area. McKee Bridge. It's a tourist attraction. It goes over Bayou in Houston, the Bayou City, Buffalo Bayou. Yeah, that's really something to see. But it's like, I don't think too many tourists go there, because they don't like to go see interesting, obscure things. Not too many of them. Okay. Winn-Dixie Dark Rum. That's what the website shows you. $12.99 till January 7th. I thought it was the 5th. It's the 7th. Gives you no other information. I did find a big bag, not some little tiny little snack bag, a big bag of coconut breaded frozen shrimp. Breaded to bake frozen shrimp at Winn-Dixie for $7.99. Regularly $14.99. So golly, I'd already bought one last month, and I thought the sale was over, but it wasn't. And put them in the toaster oven for 20 minutes on bake, and then black minutes on broil. Put them in some like cocktail sauce with some black pepper on them. That's a good breakfast on some toast. You say, well, he says that's kind of a strange breakfast. Shrimp with toast and cocktail sauce and black pepper. Well, it's good to me, It tastes good to me. And for that price, it's oh so very nice. All right. That's what I do on Thursdays. That's my seafood Thursday breakfast. Might be bizarre, but you want me to go back to putting the bobby pins in my hair? Try to keep it. That experiment failed. I was trying to get it long, and I told my daughter my hair is a hippie, but it didn't work out. I just gave up. True story. I just said, cut it all off. I guess I was envious of hippies and hipsters. I wanted to be like them, man. It's not fair. You know what? All right. Hello, Herbie in India. Okay, this smells rummy, meaning, oak barrel, light sugar. You're never going to be able to say this has a strong flavor because it does not. It doesn't have a bad flavor. It's kind of plain, I guess, but it's certainly not bad. All right, taste over here. I mean, aroma over here. A little bit more pronounced. A little bit more pronounced on the aroma. A little bit more fuller. Okay, now we know they're not the same product, even though they're from the same parent company and they're bottled at the same distillery. Because this one is claiming to come from the Caribbean islands somewhere. This one makes no such claim, which is telling me, yep, it's right there from Kentucky at that huge distillery. This one claims to use natural flavor added. This one makes no such claim. So okay, you say, but practically, is it going to make a practical difference? That's a good point. And let's see. Oh, why did I buy the Calypso Silver and Gold at that liquor store, Calypso Silver and Gold? Because they were $5.98 a piece. $5.98. I said, for that price, even if they're terrible, I haven't lost anything, but they're not terrible. Nothing great, but not terrible. All right, so $5.98. And it's funny because people had been asking me about Calypso for years. They would say, you ever tried Calypso? Or a comment would be like, you ought to check out Calypso. And usually it was people from Texas. So apparently it's like a big thing in Texas. And that's definitely not a big thing in Louisiana. Although, like I said, you can find it around here with effort, which obviously no one's going to make that effort. Liam Gillespie says, morning, Ron, having fried eggs, toast, and a Bailey's chocolate for breakfast. Well, Bailey's coffee for breakfast. Well, that sounds like a good start for the day. All right, let's get this wrapped up. I'm not saying y'all are holding me up. I'm the one delaying. All right, so this is a pretty flat flavor. Flat. It's just like, a little bit of oak, a little bit of rum distillate, sugar, molasses distillate, kind of bland, thin body, mostly dry finish. It's okay, but definitely not designed to be a sipper, designed to be masked in a cocktail and to provide you the 40% alcohol and the rum for the cocktail. But otherwise, yeah, if you didn't ever try it, you certainly didn't miss anything. Unless you think missing something bland is missing something. All right, over here. Maybe a little bit more pronounced flavor and maybe vanilla. And they both have an oak kind of character, oak barrels, because they're both aged in oak barrels, whether it's Kentucky or the Caribbean islands. But honestly, the flavor is basically the same. I know one has natural flavor, but maybe they put 1 drop of vanilla in each barrel. Like they took a vanilla extract, they put 1 drop, a little canister of McCormick vanilla extract, natural vanilla extract, and they can make 1,000 barrels of 500 barrels of this rum with that one little canister. Because with each barrel they put 1 drop, and that's the natural flavor. Because it's not tasting too different from the other. Price wise, if you converted it to a handle, and you can get these in handles. I've seen it. They're plastic. If you converted that, it would be $96. 96 cents more. So we're talking about a 96 cents difference for 2 big bottles. But, and that might go on sale also. I'm going by the regular price. That wasn't a markdown. When I went to Houston, that was not a markdown. That was just a regular price on the shelf. This one is a sales price. So basically, they're the same price. And they're from the same company. They look the same. They smell basically the same. And they taste practically the same. So the final question is, which one should you buy? And the answer would be whatever one you feel like buying, because you're not really gaining or losing anything with either choice. And the final result is you getting a very basic product. They're good, but a lot of things are good, like I keep saying 8.3 out of 10. That's like good. Yeah, it's good. But like, so what? A lot of things are good. You go to a grocery store and find products that are good, you know. They're not remarkable. They're not something you'd want to really, and it's not like they're average. Average means they're not even good. It's just a C. It's like you'll eat it. You'd never dream of buying it again. You see why they had it on discount. It's not even out of date. It just tastes like something. That's a C. It's not bad. Bad is a D. You taste something, you say, oh, this stuff is bad. It's not even spoiled. It's just bad. This stuff tastes bad. Have I bought stuff like that at the store? I have. It's so rare. But it will happen once every 20 years, probably more like 20. And you say, man, this stuff is bad. I don't mean spoiled, rancid. It just tastes bad. That happens. It's not common. Okay. F means you cannot eat it or drink it. It's so horrendous, it cannot be consumed. And if you were dumb enough to consume it, you'd probably be at least run into the restroom, run into the bathroom, or go into urgent care. Okay. Like something's clearly wrong with this product. I've had those things before, but they're very rare. I mean, very rare. But watch my earthquake high gravity video from 2012. That thing came up. I said, I'm gonna drink the whole 24-ounce can, and I did. It took me hours, but I think my body was like, it was bad. It was a bad experience, and it's an F. It's horrible, and I didn't even think it tasted like an F. Didn't taste like an F, but the results were F. Undrinkable, horrendous. Now that was the 12% earthquake. The 8%, nah, not nearly as horrible, but I don't ever see that one. 10% I can still find. And you can drink it, and it's not going to come back up. But when you're drinking it, you're thinking, why would I drink this? You know, if it gets a C minus, you could have a party. If you drink that beer and it scores a C minus, you can invite friends over, because that's like an achievement. Which is probably why you basically hardly ever see it around New Orleans, because people hate it. You say, well, they got alcoholics, old bums that drink it. Yeah, but they could drink flavored malt beverages like, well, I wouldn't recommend Four Loko with that artificial flavoring they're using now. I can't, but I mean, Alloy series, that's 8. They had a couple of 10% options, the Tiki series, but that was discontinued. But you can get Pirate Water. That's made by the same people, Fusion Projects. It's probably the same base horror, but it's masked by artificial and natural flavors and food coloring. You could get that. That's 10%. Is it good? No, but it's not definitively terrible. And these are like good, mild, a little bit sweet, but mostly dry. So they're mostly dry. Now, if you say, "Oh, I don't like dry products," well, don't buy them. If you got a sweet tooth, don't buy them. They're dry. Okay. I'm thinking that over here there's a little, like I said, 1 drop per barrel of vanilla flavoring. I mean, I'm not even trying to be sarcastic. I'm just saying if they're adding flavoring, why it tastes the same as the unflavored one? There's really not. You say, yeah, but if they wouldn't have now your counter argument might be, yeah, but if they wouldn't have added the flavoring, you would notice some badness to it. Well, that's true. That could be true. The flavor might have brought it up to their minimal standards. Okay, fair enough. That could be the case that they gave me. So I think this is the Calypso. Which one would I choose? I would choose the one that was the cheapest at all time. At all times, excuse me. It wouldn't matter if it was a glass bottle such as this or plastic such as that. It's the same. I would choose whatever is cheaper. And I mean, if it was a penny, I'd buy, assuming it's the same amount. A penny, I'd buy the one that was a penny cheaper. Should you bring this to a college master's degree graduation party? Your nephew got his master's degree in economics. I wouldn't really bring these two. Unless you knew you had some relatives that won't blow through everybody's stuff and they don't care about the quality. You could bring it for that, but I mean, as a gift, you say, but my nephew likes really quality rums. You wouldn't bring this as a gift unless you just didn't like your nephew and trying to make him angry on purpose. You purposely anger him. You buy something decent like one of those extra age Appleton Estate rums or a Cruzan Diamond Estate Diamond rum, one of the upper level Cruzan Diamond Estate rums. But you wouldn't be out of your mind to bring one of these things. I mean, nobody would, unless they're just totally aloof from reality and daft, D-A-F-T, daft. And I know people like that. They mean well, but they just, it's like, this person actually thought this was good. Scary. But anyway, but you know that because in every other scenario, they always do the same thing. So they can't, they're not trying to be cheap. They don't understand. There are people like that. But some people do understand. They just don't want to spend the money. And they will bring something like this, try to play it off like it's a real gift. Now, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. All right. So I am saying that this is the Calypso, but yet it is the Winn-Dixie. So now that puts me at 1 win and 2 losses, which has got me aggravated to no end. But what do I expect? I said at the beginning that it was going to be a problem because that Sazerac rums tend to be very identical one to another. They have a house style. And I thought it would be treacherous, and it has been. So I got 1 win and 2 losses. Now, what I got? I think I got 1 more Sazerac Gold Rum. I think I have 1 more. I can't remember. Now, is my scoring going to improve? Am I going to start getting some wins on this? Well, yeah, because I'm not going to be doing Sazerac versus Sazerac. I'm bringing in Bacardi. Well, I mean, there's no way on earth this is going to compete with Bacardi. That's an impossibility. That would never happen. So that's like easy victories. Appleton Estate could never compete. There is no way on earth that it would compete. Ronrico, no way. It has no chance. Cruzan aged rum, that little slightly gold. No, it won't win. Don Q Gold, nope, has no chance. Uh, trying to think of some other dark rums I have. A few more. No, it can't win. No. So once I get out of the Sazerac world, it's going to be this product getting beat every time. Lose, 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 in an endless succession, which is fine with me because I'll get it right every time, and I'll just show you that these inexpensive things like this, you can tell them apart because they're not up to the standard that they should be. But I mean, I say should be. If it's $12.99 for this big bottle, it should not be anything because you pay $12.99 for this big bottle and you know it's what it's going to be. I want to make chocolate rum balls for the holiday. It sounds like something a lot of people would do. All right, so Sazerac, y'all got me confused and abused because I keep buying all different kind of brands of gold rum, some with natural flavor, some without, and I can't tell them apart. 2 out of 3 times could not tell them apart. But we'll battle on, see what happens. But I've already told you what's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, it's not. They will be called taste challenges, but they will be a challenge in name only. They won't be a challenge in a realistic sense. But then we'll move on to silver tequila. Sorry, silver tequila. You say not Winn-Dixie. Well, yes, Winn-Dixie silver tequila. I went and bought all these things last year, gathering them up about once a month. I'd grab another, and they had good sales. They got good sales this year. Hadn't changed, and yeah, we'll see. And then it'll be on to mezcal. Oh, I have a mezcal that should be very interesting. I think it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to pop that open. The bottle is incredible. The bottle itself is incredible. All right. It reminds me of Grolsch beer. All right. Well, y'all take care. Bye-bye. And see you soon.